Hi, my name is Ian, and I like yellow a lot. Thanks for joining me today. 1996 Jeep Grand Cherokee ZJ. I made a video a while back about how the ABS module in this thing is different from all of the other years. It's peculiar and unique. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description. But I'm finding something else that might be somewhat different. My evaporative emissions canister, my Evap canister, is just reeking of gasoline. I was hoping that it was just like a bad connection. Sometimes the lines get worn, but that's not the case. The canister itself, here it is just smells badly. Even if I plug it up, I can just still smell tons of gasoline. There must be a crack in there somewhere, even though I can't find it. So here's the issue that I'm having in trying to replace it. Well, first of all, I went to the junkyard because I was just going to try to find a replacement for it that wasn't bad. But here's what I ran into. Mine, as you can see, has basically just a single inlet outlet. It's functioning as both. There's two lines on the Jeep, one to the fuel tank and one to the purge solenoid that in turn goes to the motor. Those two are teed together and are running into this. Well, when I go to the junkyard and I saw, here's the weird thing, from other 1996 Jeeps, whether they had a V8 or a straight six, mine has a straight six, is I just saw different canisters. There didn't seem to be like any rhyme or reason why one had the other, or what have you. So what I ended up doing was pulling this one. I put that on there, but I pulled this one. Let me turn that around. And this one was different. I had an inlet here, an outlet there, and then there's also one up here that I have this plug on right now. I can't get it off with one hand. But anyway, what I did is, since even though my two lines were teed together, that connector was bad anyway. So I unteed them, and the Jeep that this came off of, this port right here was going to the, this port right here was going to the fuel tank, and these two were, well, this one was going to the purge solenoid, and then this one was going to the motor. So I just decided I'll plug this one, run this one to the purge solenoid, run this one to the fuel tank, and I should be fine. Problem is, while I was installing it, I totally dropped it. I totally dropped it, and this top part popped off. And and there goes the spring, and there went the spring, in fact, and you can totally, this even specifically says do not remove, and so basically it's compromised. I don't trust it anymore, and I ruined it, basically. So the thing is, I didn't like having to plug one of the holes. I thought that was weird, and so so what I did, oh, by the way, I painted my intake manifold yellow. It's gonna look super cool when I put it on there. I just did the head and the head gasket because it's my fault, they went bad. But anyway, so what I did is I pulled what I'm gonna call the standard one, which is this. It's rectangular. This is the only type that I would see on any kind of parts website, on any and all of them. This one has 3 outlets as well, but this one made more sense. Here we go. The little one goes all the way to the back to the fuel tank. This is the one that runs to the purge solenoid, and then this is just a vent. There we go. This is just a vent right here. I'll replace that line because it's kind of worn or whatever, and this is just like a little vent toppy thing that pops off. Anyway, so I'm gonna hook this one up to the corresponding lines on my Jeep and hope that it works okay. This one doesn't reek of gasoline. I can't detect any leaks in it or anything like that. Seems to be the most common one. The cylindrical ones are weird, and some people will say, oh, you know, 94 through 95, or sorry, 93 through 95 had this type, or 97, 98 had this type. But I saw, regardless of year, like, you know, there were a ton of ZJs litter that junkyard, frankly, and they were just, it seemed to be just mixed matched all over the place. I don't know if there's a rhyme or reason to that, but anyway. So I'm gonna run this rectangular one and hope that it works out okay. If it doesn't, then I guess I'll order a new one and try again, but you know, I'm trying to save a buck. And after I post this video, in the comments, after I post it, I'll do like an update like, yeah, it seems to be running okay, Jeep is happy, or it was a total disaster and I need to find this original type for my Jeep, but I don't foresee that being an issue. This should work out just fine. So I hope that clarifies anything. If any of you guys are having issues with your evap canisters on your ZJs, because it seems to be like a bit of a conundrum. It's even difficult to find a part. So anyway, have a great day. Happy off-roading, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.